Hello, my friends. This is Dr. Ginny Barrow. I just finished shooting one of the videos for one of my partners who has brought me on to do 3 key trainings for their women's group. And I'm super excited to share with you some of the stuff that I shared on my video with them in this Start a Day with Ginny. One of the topics that I'm going to be talking about with them throughout the year is the topic of self-awareness. And what does it mean and why is it important to be a self-aware leader? Well, self-awareness is one of the components of emotional intelligence, one out of 4 components. And the importance of becoming a self-aware leader is that as you do, you're able to guide your actions, your behaviors, your attitudes, how you influence other people will become more apparent to you when you promote and cultivate your self-awareness. It's also the foundation for healing leadership. Is the foundation for self-leadership, to be able to lead yourself, because without that, how would you be able to lead others when you really can lead yourself? So there's a few things that I want to share with you. One of the components of being a self-aware leader is understanding your emotions. How are you feeling right now? What is going on with you? Are you crunchy? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you feeling anxious? Are you worried? And then how do you self-manage once you notice the emotion? How do you get out of whatever state you're in and get yourself in a better state? I'm not only implying that you do this because you must. There are times when we need to be in whatever emotion that we are feeling, such as grief and sadness, when we've lost a loved one, or when we have had a situation in our lives that is painful. What I am saying is that you always have a choice, once you are aware of your emotions, to shift to a different state, even if it's only one that is one notch above where you are feeling, which will make you feel better. And one of the ways that I teach my clients to do that is by anchoring in the tool of gratitude. When you focus on gratitude in the moment for what is happening that is going okay in that moment, it gives you a boost. And whatever emotional state you're in, it will take you up 1 notch or 2 or 3 notches. So that is one of the components of self-awareness, understanding your emotions. How are you feeling? What is going on? Because once you notice them in you, you can have more access to noticing them in other people. The second piece of being a self-aware leader is understanding and knowing your needs and values. And you've heard me talk before about needs and values. That is one of the components of being a self-aware leader. Are you high on uncertainty? Are you high on certainty? If you have a desire to do a project or change careers or take on a new role, and you're really high on certainty and you want to know what's going to happen, most likely you won't take that step, because there is too much uncertainty that you don't feel comfortable with. So when I was starting my own business, I had to let go of so much certainty and embrace instead my need for growth. And growth won over certainty. However, I also met my need for certainty by planning my starting this new business instead of jumping in without a net. And that's how we can support ourselves once we understand our needs and values. So what is important to you? What are your primary needs? Is it certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and connection, growth, contribution? We have all 6. The question is, which are your primary needs? And notice how those needs are driving your actions, your behaviors, the choices that you're making in business and in your life. And if you're making the right decisions that are guiding you to go in the right direction for you, that's awesome. But if you're struggling and you find yourself in a place that you don't want to be, perhaps this is the time to explore what are my needs and values, and how are these supporting me right now, or how are they hindering my progress right now. The other aspect of being a self-aware leader is understanding your energy. How is my energy? And that is very tied to your emotions, because usually your emotions, depending on where you are, could either make you feel high energy or low energy. Same as before, when you are faced with an audience, stakeholders, team members, your manager, if you're presenting, managing that energy of yours is going to be a key factor in how well you can influence others in that room. So understanding and being self-aware about your level of energy is going to be a game changer for you. And the very last thing that I want to talk about as it relates to being a self-aware leader is understand and leverage your superpowers, your strengths. Many of us have taken the Clifton Strengths Finder. Many of us have used other methods to learn about our strengths. And so whatever method you've used, understand your superpowers. Be able to articulate them, and also notice them in other people, especially your team, and then become that multiplier because you're able to extract their superpowers and help them shine as it relates to their superpowers. So that's what I'm going to leave you with for today as it relates to becoming a self-aware leader, foundational to harness self-leadership, which is being able to lead, guide yourself as a predecessor to leading, engaging, and influencing other people. I hope this was valuable for you. If it was, leave me a comment. You can always reach me at callwithginny.com. Live with purpose, live with joy.